So in general, goldfish are a non-aggressive species of fish. So you can mix most goldfish, most koi, together without any problem, as long as the biggest fish doesn't have a mouth that's large enough to swallow the smallest fish. And under that circumstance, it's usually okay. As with all animals, occasionally you come across a real bastard. So if you're really unlucky, you might get an aggressive one that does attack the other ones. And I have found cases where I have come across an aggressive goldfish, then I've tested the KH and found it to be 0. Then I've increased the KH to about sort of 4 DKH, and I have found under some circumstances the aggressive behaviour to stop. So that's something to note. They are quite easy to sex when they're big. The females tend to be fatter in the belly, and the male tends to be a little bit more torpedo-like and have spots on the gill plate. But that's only when they're large enough to be mature. I really think goldfish are ultimately a pond fish. So in an outdoor setup, even something along these lines, I think that goldfish are perfect. I'm really a big fan of not just having a goldfish pond like that, but you can get some really nice add-ons like flow ponds, little creeks, waterfalls, and a whole lot of other products that you can add to your pond to make it much more of a three-dimensional display than just the pond itself. Now also, you will often find at spring, you'll find breeding behaviour with the goldfish as well, where they sort of run around bumping into each other and chasing each other around really quite energetically, and they'll often do that when they're actually breeding. And it is really important to make sure you've got good oxygen, so plenty of surface agitation, plenty of water flow, good filtration is really the key to having good crystal clear water to have nice, healthy, happy goldfish. Obviously feeding good quality foods like Spectrum are going to help, and not doing too big a water change. Like I'll only change about 20% at a time, so I don't want to shock them too much. And if you are going to top the pond up or top the aquarium up without using water ager, make sure you only do a small amount, 5 or 10%, so you don't chlorine flush them. And if you do have a pond, one of the worst things you can do is just leave the hose on and walk away, because occasionally you forget and you chlorine flush and kill a whole lot. So anyway, I really think goldfish are an awesome outdoor fish. You can get various native fish, mountain cloud minnows and various things in ponds, but half the time you can't really enjoy them because in a lot of ponds you can hardly see them from the top, whereas the goldfish are really quite beautiful. The other thing that's very striking about the goldfish too is how sensitive they are to size of tank. So I mean, I've seen goldfish kept in very inappropriately small bowls, but still live for very long periods of time and not seem to grow. And the theory behind that is they will release pheromones and phenols that will actually stunt their growth. But if you want your fish to be healthy and happy, you really want them in a nicely filtered, well aerated environment with plenty of room to swim around. And the full size of a goldfish is well and truly bigger than these ones. These are quite large, these two big red and white ones, but I've had them in the shop like literally double that size.